Our next presenter, Jacques Seguin, is unable to be here, and presenting on behalf of Jacques is Peter Davison. You'll remember him with the red nose from the other day.
Thank you very much. We're going to show the film, but I just want to say why Jacques is not here. Jacques was here during the conference, and we were promoting racquetball as a very powerful tool for focusing your energy and exercising. But Jacques developed a retinal detachment 2 days ago, and so he's actually in the hospital today getting it reattached. So I want to share with you what he said about that. He said, "I have retinal detachment. It's like Parkinson's. You just deal with it." So that's a measure of the man right there. That's a measure of the man. So I want to show his film first, and then I'll talk about how I get involved afterwards, because he's not here to do it. So I'll share my story.
When I get to the gym, I have to warm up. At first, when I hit the ball.
That video actually says an awful lot. He's quite amazing. So I want to share how I got in touch with him. He lives in Ontario. I live in Halifax. But I heard through the grapevine that he was promoting racquetball for Parkinson's. And I called him up and said, "Would you like to be a guest presenter on my Young Onset teleconference?" Because I live in the Maritime Provinces of Nova Scotia and Brunswick and PEI, so we can't get together physically. So the Young Onset folks have a teleconference. And he spoke at the teleconference, and I was blown away at some of the stuff that was in the video. And I immediately actually set up a racquetball court in my garage.
Well, hi, I'm Peter. Welcome to my garage where we got set up to play racquetball, and we both have Parkinson's. I'm 53. I was diagnosed 8 years ago with Parkinson's on my right side, so I play with my right side because that gives me good exercise on that side.
I put the little plastic sheets that politicians use for election signs. I put those on the inside of my wall so the ball wouldn't bounce on the shells, and so I play racquetball inside there. So he got talking about the fact that I'd actually never played racquetball in my life, and I wasn't actually that keen on hitting the hard ball that actually comes with the traditional racquetball. But Jacques said, "Don't worry about that. I developed a ball that's squishy," and he actually tested 20 balls to get the ball that was just perfect for us. So this ball slows down to about half as fast, and it doesn't actually hit you. If it hits you, it doesn't actually hurt. So which is kind of nice. And often when I play racquetball in the garage, my 4-year-old daughter plays with me, and she calls herself the ball camel. And she's the ball camel when I miss it, and she goes running after the ball for me. So she's the ball camel, and I've actually hit her a couple times, and it actually doesn't hurt. So it slows the game down. So for us, if you're looking at that saying, "I can't play that game with that big hard fast ball," just picture half the speed, and picture it in a racquetball court, and picture it just banging it off the back wall of the garage. So Jacques and I started talking about the World Parkinson's Congress and saying how wonderful it would be to bring it here. So I said, why don't we just put our shorts on and walk around with our rackets? And so you may have seen me yesterday. I was walking around with my racket and my shorts, and I was actually just knocking against the wall, trying to draw attention to the fact that I was doing some racquetball, hopefully getting people to ask some questions. But people actually came up and said, "Can I try it?" I said, "Sure." So I gave him the racket, and this one lady came up, and she was really dyskinetic. She was doing the Parkinson's boogie. You know the boogie I'm talking about? She's doing the Parkinson's boogie, right?
Well, this gentleman just asked me to play racquetball, and I love the game now.
Try it out. Show how it works. I thought she can't hit that ball. She's too dyskinetic. Well, didn't she just pick up the ball, whack it back, and I thought, my gosh, this actually works. And not just for slow guys like me, but for shaky gals like her. I thought that was amazing. And she was actually whacking the ball back and forth off the wall. And she said she never tried racquetball in her life, and she loved this ball, so I gave her one. I actually have three to give anyone in the audience who wants to try it. I only have 3 left. And she actually was smitten by it, just like I was smitten by it. And I thought, well, that's great for someone that's dyskinetic. But so a guy in a wheelchair came by with his son and his mom, and he was pretty stiff. I've actually seen him walking since, but at that moment he was really stiff. And it turns out he used to be a tennis pro. And I said, "Do you want to try it?" I said, and he actually couldn't speak, so his son spoke for him. And with the racket in his hand, and he batted at it for about 5 seconds. But then someone actually dropped it in front of him and bounced in front of him, and he nailed it against the wall. I thought, my gosh, this actually works. It was like his memory was coming back, and he was actually banging this ball. Like, he was stiff as a board, like sitting like rigid in his wheelchair, but his right arm was going, and he was banging this thing against the wall. That's incredible. So I don't know how it works. I can't tell you how the brain works, but I know one thing for sure. Like Chuck said it in the thing, when you concentrate on this thing coming at you, and that's all you're doing. You're just concentrating on this. You're actually just reacting to it. It's just coming at you, so you hit it. When you're doing that, it takes you to another place. And that place transcends your symptoms. It's the most bizarre thing. When I play, I don't feel parky. I typically walk with a bit of a stagger. I've actually been asked if I was drunk one time. I was taking my daughter back from the library, putting her in the car seat, and I was staggering across the parking lot of the library, and one of the librarians came out and said, "Excuse me, sir, have you been drinking?" I said, "No, I have Parkinson's." And she said, "Well, I'd be concerned that you'd be driving with that little girl in the car." And she said, "No, it's okay. It's just Parkinson's." So I don't shake and I don't stagger. So if you have a ball, if you have a wall at home, a garage door, if you have a court next in your neighborhood, just get an old-fashioned racquetball or an old tennis ball, a tennis racket. Grab one of these squishy balls to slow it down for you, and I would invite you just to try it. Just try knocking it against the wall, see how it goes. It's the most amazing thing, and you will be very surprised at how easy it is to start with. Because I never played before. How easy it is to play just bouncing off the wall. If you want to ramp up your game, play with your spouse. Because my wife loves playing, and she actually tries to beat me, which I think is very unfair. Because I think she should be more sympathetic for me, but she actually tries to beat me. So she gives me a good run for the money as we play racquetball in our garage. So I brought some videos, video link to that video. Also I have 3 balls if you want to try it. So come and see me. I'll give you one of these squishy balls. And if you want to try racquetball, Chuck and I actually have. So we got a sponsor to buy these balls for us, so we'll send you them for free. So that's racquetball. That's an incredible man named Jacques who's sitting in a hospital bed recovering from eye surgery, and he's still inspiring you with his video, and he's still inspiring me enough to stand up here and share with you that this may actually be your kind of exercise. Because no matter what exercise you do, you've got to do something that you enjoy. And if you like racket sports, or if you think you might like racket sports, why not try it? Why not try it? So thank you very much, and come see me if you want some balls. Thank you.